Samsung's flagship range may see a significant upheaval with the S26 series. There seem to be 3 versions in Samsung's upcoming flagship series, but they're not the ones you may expect. With the launching of its most recent foldables now behind it, Samsung's next big release is the Galaxy S26 series. According to earlier reports, Samsung may discontinue the Plus model completely in 2026 and replace it with the Edge model. The Galaxy S26, S26 Edge, and S26 Ultra would be part of the range if those rumors are accurate. However, Samsung's strategy change and rebranding may go even farther. An internal One UI 8 build has strong evidence that the S26 lineup is about to undergo a much more significant upheaval. There might not be a conventional or vanilla Galaxy S26 model at all next year, based on the codenames and real device names we found. Rather, the Galaxy S26 Pro, Galaxy S26 Edge, and Galaxy S26 Ultra seem to be the 3 models that will make up Samsung's next flagship series. Let's dissect it. Samsung allegedly adopted the internal codename Eureka for the Galaxy S24 series, with E1, E2, and E3 standing for the normal, Plus, and Ultra variants, respectively. Individual models of the Galaxy S25 series, designated PA1, S25, PA2, S25 Plus, and PA3, S25 Ultra, were assigned the codename Paradigm. For the S26 series, prior sources suggested internal codenames NP1, NP2, and NP3, where NP stands for Next Paradigm. Our results from the One UI 8 firmware, however, run counter to those prior leaks. Rather, as can be seen from the firmware screenshots shown, the internal builds make mention to 3 devices with the names N1, N2, and N3, which correspond to the Galaxy S26 Pro, S26 Edge, and S26 Ultra, respectively. Things start to become intriguing at this point. The base model was denoted by the number 1 in earlier lineups. However, it appears that M1 is now linked to a Pro version rather than a regular one. It would make sense for a base S26 model to be classified as M0 or possibly M4, but those codenames are not present. What this might signify for Samsung's approach? Samsung might be revamping its entire lineup to reflect a more premium-focused approach if this makeover is successful. Samsung may be hinting at a price increase by moving the base model to a Pro, swapping out the Plus for an Edge model, and maintaining the Ultra at the top. The designation Pro implies that the base model will have greater specs or cost more than the present entry-level Galaxy S25 model. Naturally, our observations from the One UI 8 internal build serve as the foundation for these insights. Samsung may still alter its final plans before the formal launch of the Galaxy S26 series. Despite not exactly matching what the One UI 8 build displays, the evidence is consistent with past rumors regarding the potential elimination of the Plus model and backs up a tip from leaker Yogesh Brar, who also alluded to a rebranding attempt. All indications suggest that the Galaxy S26 series will appear much different the next year, even though nothing is official until Samsung confirms it. The S26 Ultra is expected to provide major improvements in design, display, camera, performance, and charging speed, according to a well-known tipster. Significant improvements have been made to each successive Galaxy S Ultra device over its predecessor. But according to a recent leak, the Galaxy S26 Ultra, Samsung's upcoming top smartphone that isn't foldable, is expected to feature much more significant upgrades. A smaller and slimmer body, a display with new technologies, several camera upgrades, a considerably faster charging speed, and of course, a much more powerful processor are all possible features, according to the most recent rumors. According to Ice Universe on X, the S26 Extremely will be among the thinnest and lightest extremely high-end smartphones available on the market, with a thickness of less than 7 mm and a weight difference of only a few grams over the S25 Ultra. It will have the same display size, but it will be a little broader and higher. Does that result in the display's bezels becoming wider? Well, Samsung hasn't shown any signs of reversing course in this area, thus it is difficult to say. Newer cameras and better anti-reflective coating. The source claims that the screen would use third-generation anti-reflective glass and co-depolarizer technology. The latter should further reduce the reflections on the display, making it appear brighter and clearer against light sources, while there isn't much information available on the former. Regarding cameras, Phonaut claims that the ISOCELL HP2 sensor, which was previously leaked, will be used in the Galaxy S26 Ultra's primary camera. It will also have a new 3x telephoto camera, a 5x periscope camera, and an ultra-large aperture. The S26 Ultra will have a 60-watt charging capacity. The insider claims that the phone will have a 5000 mAh battery, which is also something we already knew. It will, however, reportedly allow 60-watt fast charging, which is a considerable boost over the 45-watt charging speed of the current model. Finally, according to Phonaut, Samsung is testing the Exynos 2600 for the phone, but may alternatively employ the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 chipset. The S26 Ultra will be extremely difficult to beat with these improvements. The debut is still a long way off though, and a lot might change in the meanwhile. We all enjoy islands, don't we? Some people receive the inner excitement of being on a small bit of land surrounded by water, while others instantly begin to paint long, white-sanded beaches with lovely dunes and palm trees. In my opinion, islands with a good, large X on their maps are appealing. The treasure is located at the X, indicated by a dotted line. I enjoy camera islands as well. Yes, that is the exposed portion of a phone's back panel that encloses and houses the camera or cameras. Generally speaking, the likelihood of finding a genuine treasure increases with the size of the island. According to recent reports, the Galaxy S26 Ultra, for instance, may get a camera island on its back. Very private information. But when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Thinner chassis or larger islands? Notably, the camera bump offered by Phonaut, also known as Ice Universe, as some of you may know them, may be seen here, may expand as a result of the Galaxy S26 Ultra's slimmer casing. Although the phone's actual thickness is unknown at this time, it is most likely going to be 7 mm thick. The camera arrangement would, of course, protrude even further from the rear panel with a thinner shell. We'll have to make up with raised camera islands for the time being, but perhaps phone manufacturers will eventually be able to fit everything in a sleek, flat body. And I don't have any issues with that at all. I often become fixated on a phone's capabilities rather than its appearance. Yes, I do prefer some models over others, such as the boxy, aggressive-looking Galaxy S24 Ultra. But if I had to choose between the most ugly phone ever, with a fantastic battery and camera, and a Porsche-like phone with a poor camera, I would absolutely choose the ugly one. Although the enormous camera islands on phones appear to be ready to take off, they are actually executing useful tasks. Larger sensors require more space, and more lenses translate into higher magnification, sharper images, and nighttime photos that don't appear like they were taken with a security camera in 2002. Stuffing a DSLR into your tiny pants is more important than fashion. You may be wobbly on the table, but your pictures won't be. That's fine with me. Now, where have I previously seen this? Naturally, the S26 Ultra, which is said to be slimmer, will do the same. Does that mean the S26 Ultra will bring back the 10x zoom camera? Is the $64,000 question. Nothing is pointing in that direction as of yet. The S24 Ultra replaced its predecessor's 10x zoom with a 5x lens, as Sammy aficionados are well aware. The 5x strikes the ideal balance for daily zoom, and the majority of folks weren't out there spying on mountaintops anyhow. Additionally, you still get sharp detail without carrying a phone that feels like binoculars, because higher resolution sensors handle the heavy lifting. You won't become a photo admirer because of camera islands. I've lauded camera islands so often that it seems like you don't need anything else to get amazing images. The truth couldn't be further from the reality. Even with the best device in your collection and a camera island the size of Greenland on the back of your phone, you can still fail. Why? Because hardware is only one component of this equation. Being aware of the elements that make a wonderful picture, such as the ideal angle, the greatest time to take the picture, and the right light for your needs, you will find yourself in a state of limbo from which even the most costly equipment cannot rescue you if you continue to disregard the fundamentals, or worse, if you follow them consistently without attempting to defy them. Like this guy's post I recently came across in a well-known dedicated photography forum. He was perplexed as to why his brand new equipment, which had cost him several $1,000s, was producing lousy images. I can understand why. Merely a few haphazard photos of flowers, people, buildings, etc. were taken in the worst lighting possible, with no concept for composition or story, no juxtaposition, no tone, and no mood. I frequently suggest that people who complain about their poor camera look into the iPhone Photography Awards from, instance, 2018. Check out what some people can achieve with the iPhone 6 and iPhone 7 series if you're constantly telling yourself that your 2025 or 2024 phone is not good enough. Fantastic thing. However, I sincerely hope Samsung doesn't see the last sentence I just wrote. They may choose not to make any changes to the S26 Ultra's camera configuration. Positive camera-related rumors about the upcoming flagship have surfaced thus far. We must avoid jinxing it. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more tech news. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye and peace out.